few days. We're gonna be painting this car. We are gonna find a cheap way of doing it. We do wanna get a nice paint job on it so we can get down the road, it'll look nice, and we can protect lots of the metal. This hood here, it was rusted out pretty bad. We sanded it down to the metal and we hit it with a primer a couple days ago. The bumper, the rear bumper on it is broken. We'll probably try and find a way to fix it. These strips on the side, we're gonna take these off. We'll glue them back on later. We'll leave the mirrors on and we'll just tape around them. That's the plan. We patched up the bumper. We got these sides that were broken off fixed. All that was done is we JB welded a small plastic plate from a Rubbermaid lid on there, and then we put some JB weld on the front as a filler and sanded it off smooth. These holes on the side of the car, we took off the back of the door panel and we put another piece of the plastic, JB welded in there. JB welded the outside again after we sanded it down with some 60, and then we took 180 and then hit that with another 400, and we got those holes patched inside there. The whole car was sanded down with like a 180 grit, and then we came back through with a 400 grit and sanded it down again. We're gonna mask all the windows, all the wheels will need to be masked, the door locks here.
Giving the car a wash down right before we paint it. The dog is helping.
We've used 1 can of paint so far. That is it. Or 2, I guess. He's almost done with his. Yeah. And I think we bought 12, so we have so much paint right now.
Alright, so we're just wiping down the car one more time.
We're gonna do this second coat now. Blemishes that you accidentally get in painting, you wanna sand them off to smooth again, so that in your next coats you can fill them in. And now you wanna go in the opposite direction. So we striped kind of this way, so now we're gonna go in this direction. So far, we've used probably 5 cans for 2 coats of paint. Now that we have our black paint done, we're gonna mask off now the stripes.
Give that a go. Marking it, and then taking a razor blade and cutting down the lines to make these squares. And these squares go over the top of his hood, and then they'll be painted like this here. These were a couple squares that didn't turn out. So he's doing the squares back right now.
And we're gonna do a clear coat. Okay, here we go. You want to get this coat as even as humanly possible.
Buff out any non-glossy stripes.
This is the first car I've ever painted. It's all done with rattle cans. Definitely cheaper than you can buy in actual car paint. Obviously I do some stuff different. Starting off with painting it in a garage. A lot of trouble with things falling on it, you know. And you can feel even now in the paint that it's a little gritty. I would also get a power sander and sand it with a power sander, because we spent a lot of time and work block sanding the whole thing.